All right, let's do an unboxing of The Thing Infection on Outpost 31. I have with me the box set here. I've already pre-opened everything, but I'm going to kind of go through it. So this box is the special edition. Comes with a nice slipcover and showing this amazing piece of artwork underneath. And this game comes with a bunch of neat things. Of course, awesome miniatures. We have the character cards. Again, these are based off of the movie The Thing. One of my favorite sci-fi horror movies of all time. Now this game is very unique in that when the game starts, one of these characters is infected. And what you're going to have is you're going to have to figure out who that infected person is as they try to sabotage what's going on. And eventually other people can get infected too. Now it also comes with this special signed lithograph from the artist that did the box cover. Has the rulebook, and it takes you through a series of missions that match what happens in the film. The special edition also comes with an additional ration pack, which is some extra rules for extra things that happen in the game. We got here this is a turn tracker. It tells you what's going to happen on each level. So there's 3 sectors of the game board that you go through, and each time you face the thing until you get to the finale. Here's another tracker showing you different blood tests and things that happen before the game ends. And then we got to the box set here. We've got a bunch of tokens marking smoke and other hazards in the game. Got a nice handful of frosty D6 here, very icy, much in the theme of the game. And you got your packs here. You can actually tie up other players if you get the rope in the game. If you tie up the other players, it'll stop them from doing things, which may or may not be a good thing. But it could help you keep from getting infected. You got dynamite, flamethrowers, a bunch of mission logs, and success and failure cards. So here's mission logs that happened during the game. I haven't played this yet, but I've talked to some players who have, and they said that it's really good. And the more players, the better. Obviously, you can play with fewer players, but in this game, betrayal and secrecy are the thing. And you start the game off with your blood test cards. One person is infected, and the other humans can get infected during the game. And the biggest thing is that you want to get through the game to the end and escape out the helicopter. If you're the monster, then the monsters win. If you get to the helicopter, if you're the humans and you get to the helicopter without any monsters, then the humans win. Different supplies that you have to get during the game. Fire extinguishers, and then sabotage cards. If you're the monster, you definitely want to be sabotaging the other players. If you become a monster, it's fun sabotaging the other players. Alright, so there's the components. Let's look at the game board. So we have with us the game board. It's got the different spots for the cards. You got the shed, the office. This is basically a layout of the whole complex as you play through the different sectors and try to escape to the helicopter. And the other side just says Outpost 31. Very nice. They didn't have to put a logo on the back, but they did. That's pretty cool. And like everything, the key to this is the miniatures for me. Now these miniatures look like they're 32 millimeter. I mean, not 32, I apologize. That's 28 millimeter, so a little bit shorter. So this is going to be very much like your classic D&D scale miniatures. They wouldn't scale very well with Warhammer 40k. This guy's got kind of a funky shaped arm there, but he might be the thing. So the quality of these miniatures, as you can see, isn't the best, but it gets you the gist of the actors from the movie. So there's the green team. I'm not actually sure if the green, blue, and yellow really matter, but we will find out. If you want to kind of get some upgrade versions of these characters, Hassle-Free Miniatures has a knockoff of McCready and Childs, which look very inspired by the movie. And I'm sure you could do some conversions too. But these miniatures aren't bad. They're not great, but they're not bad either. Well, I take that back. That dog between his legs could use some trimming. That's for sure. I was kind of unimpressed by the miniatures at first, and that's why I didn't grab the game right away. But when I finally decided I wanted to buy it, I found that it was discontinued and was going for a fortune on eBay. Luckily, my local shop had it. They still sold it to me for a very, very high price, but it wasn't as bad as on eBay, thank goodness. You're going to get defibrillated there. That guy. I love the bell bottoms on that guy. Alright. You got this little bendy shotgun here. This is board game plastic kind of stuff. I'm sure if you heated that up, some warm water, and kind of bend it for a while, it would straighten out. Primering it would also help. Hey, he's got his roller skates. So 80s. That's great. Here's the special Norwegian miniature that comes exclusive to this one. If you want to figure out who he was, you got to watch the reboot of the thing, or, well, it's not really a reboot, it's a prequel that unfortunately was ruined by bad CGI. Here's your turn counter. Little chess computer. Now we get to the monster. Now again, you can see these are really, really small, but they're to scale with the 28 millimeter. So you got to remember that too. If you look at old D&D miniatures from the 80s that were 28 millimeter, they were all really tiny like this. And it's just recently that everybody has been getting into exaggerated scale and moving up to the 32 millimeter. I actually did some of my own conversions of creatures like this earlier. It's its head. And this one's really good, actually. I really like these ones. You got a couple of ones here. There's that little monster. Yeah, I did some of my own conversions, but of course these are more accurate to the movie than the ones that I did. There's another one of these guys. So I'm going to put some nicer bases on these, paint them up, and then they'll be looking good. All right, so I'm going to have to find somebody to play this with and learn how to play this game because it looks like a lot of fun. That's your basic unboxing. Here, I'll show you the back of the box too. Again, this is the special edition, so it's very artistic the way they did it. And of course you have that awesome cover art, which I will say the cover art alone is almost worth buying the special edition if you can find it at a price you can afford. But yeah, I was talking to my local game store and he said he played this with a guy that actually managed the the H.P. Lovecraft Film Festival here in Portland, Oregon, and along with some other Lovecraftian fans and writers, and they all played this game together, and then they set it to the soundtrack of the Thing movie, which once I heard that, I just had to buy the soundtrack to put with the game, so that it would create that extra tension and mood for your tabletop gaming. So that concludes The Thing, Infection at Outpost 31 game unboxing here on the AVP Wargamer channel. Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, and hopefully I will see you again. And have fun and happy gaming.